Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Becky, and if you've seen a certain recent video of mine, then you know I am in the process of moving, buying a new house, all that good stuff. And I left you guys on a pretty serious cliffhanger, and for that I apologize. I know a lot of you guys were upset that it was such a strong cliffhanger, but it's because before I show you the new house or we even talk about the next house, I have to deal with selling my current house. And that's what today's video is all about. Oh, and if you want to see the new house, you'll have to subscribe, so I'll just give you a second to do that. And very lastly, big thank you to Planta for sponsoring a portion of this video. Okay, let's just get into it, guys. So I am working with a realtor to sell my house, and that realtor in turn works with a home stager to make the houses they try and sell as aesthetically pleasing to the masses as possible, so that the most amount of people who walk into a home think, yes, I like this, I want to buy it. If you have caught my home tour, which I will post a link to in the description, then you'll know I have a pretty particular design taste and style, and my house is pretty tricked out to what I like aesthetically. And while I love it, I realize this is probably not the general populace's design style. So I thought it'd be really interesting today to show you what I'm changing about my house to basically make it as easy to sell as possible. I already know there are certain things in my house that are probably not what the stager is gonna recommend, so I've already gone ahead and made some changes in advance to her sending me the list of changes which is coming. And some of those things that I've already gone ahead and done are A, removing the fireplace in our bedroom. This is actually one of my favorite DIYs in the house because visually it looks so great. So I'm sad to see it go, but like, to be honest, up close, it definitely feels like a DIY project when you realize it's not real stone and the fireplace is not real. But maybe I can recreate it again in its new home. So I absolutely love this DIY project. There's a whole video on the process of how I made it. It's an electric fireplace. I think it made the room feel so much more cozy and like a really cool focal point in the space, but it took up a lot of floor real estate, and I know that. So if someone walking in doesn't want a fireplace, all they see is the room feeling much smaller than it needs to be. So I'm very regretfully disassembling it. I am taking all the pieces though so that I can rebuild it in the next place if I would like to, because cutting an arch is not easy, okay? I don't want to do that again. That's gonna be fun to patch and paint this color because I took the easy road and painted around the fireplace instead of behind it, and now I'm paying for the consequences of my own actions. And in its place, since I just feel like the TV floating needs something, I put this very simple bench that is more unassuming than the fireplace was. And the second thing I knew they were likely going to suggest is putting a bed back in that second bedroom we have upstairs. I designated this room as my giant walk-in closet just because there was almost no closet space in the bedroom that we have. So I took over this room. We didn't need it as a bedroom. But I know that for most people, having more bedrooms in a house is more desirable. A lot of people don't feel the need to have their own giant walk-in closet slash just like vibes room. So I brought a bed upstairs and styled it more like a traditional bedroom so that people can picture it being used that way. So aside from those things, I really didn't want to do too much else because I just didn't know what the stager was going to recommend, and they didn't want to do work that I had to undo. So all that to say, she came by, assessed the whole place, took pictures, took notes, and then sent us an email with all the recommended changes she would like us to do so that she can come back, take the real photos to stage the home. We now have that email, so Austin and I are gonna read through the email together. This is the first time we're reading the email like at all, so you're getting a real reaction, and then we'll go about implementing said changes. Hold on.
Like a little kid.
I told Austin I didn't like his shirt, so we put another shirt over the first shirt. Okay.
I'm athletic.
We got an email from the stager basically saying everything that she'd like us to change about the house so that we can take photos of it next week.
Everything.
Well, they said it wasn't that bad when they came to see it, and that was surprising to me.
Because you're so talented.
Well, I just know that there's a lot of stuff in this house, and you probably don't want that to stage a house. Okay, yes, so this is what she wants us to change. I'm curious to see what her recommendations are. Okay, foyer. Remove hanging skateboards and roller skates. Oh. That's not good. Yeah, that's gonna be something to patch. Okay. Okay, in the living room, remove acrylic table, lamp, black chair to the basement. Okay, because we're gonna do a sitting room down there. Remove personal items on surface like books and, oh, on the surface of the book end table. So we can keep the book end table. That's good, that's heavy. Remove basket of gym equipment beside the piano. Remove fur on the piano bench. Fine. We can keep the sofa, accent pillows, bookside table, rug, TV, media unit, vases, plants, piano bench. That's all good. Dining room, she wants us to pack up 2 hanging guitars on longer wall and leave just one by the window.
Which one do we leave?
Maybe, what's the one by the window, the acoustic one? That one seems more gentle, like we're nice acoustic
Oh, I play
people.
acoustic guitar, not electric.
Exactly. Acoustics only.
Hey, hear that? Acoustics only.
Pack up small personal items, speakers and cords. Sure, remove the bulletin board, yes. Bulletin board has got to go. Okay, what's next? Pack up the fur that's on the benches. Move the bench under the window to the basement. Oh, there's like 3 benches there. Needs to go downstairs. Apparently. Oh my goodness. Remove colored rug under the table. That one's gonna be hard.
Yeah, we're not doing that. That's too much work.
It is really hard to move.
We're gonna
that
cut
table.
it. You're gonna get my chainsaw.
No, I like that rug. Minimize and tidy storage closet as much as possible. Fine, fair. Okay, I've been moving everything around in the living room, mostly focusing on just getting rid of all of the small things, like my favorite things, like the vases and the coasters and all the records, like all that stuff that just makes the room look visually messy, I guess. Just to help the room look bigger and cleaner and more simple. And something that's gotten moved around to like a million new homes are all of my plants, and I'm so nervous that something's gonna happen to them during the move, especially some of my bigger ones, like this big monstera behind me. I've had this since Austin and I's first home together, and I'm just trying to do everything I can to make it survive because I have a sentimental attachment to it. That's why I am so excited to share with you guys Planta, which is today's sponsor. They have been helping me keep my plant game on track and make sure all of my plants stay at their best. Planta is an app that helps you take care of your plants by setting reminders to water, fertilize, clean, and repot them. They can even help you find the best spot in the room to place your plants by using their light meter, which is really cool. If you point it to different areas of a room, it'll show you how bright or not bright they are. Oh, it's real bright over here. But over in this corner, it's a little dark. Their smart care schedule and reminders feature is super easy to use. I can add a plant by using their plant identification feature and snapping a picture of it. It's actually great because I don't think I have this one in my schedule yet. Let's do that. Or you can select one of the other options given and fill the required information about the plant, such as size, age, location of plant, etc. Once all of the information is added, I can scroll down and see my upcoming tasks. That will remind me when to care for my plants and in what way. I can also scroll to the plant info tab and see the exact type of care my plants need. This way I can sit back and allow Planta to take over. If you have any plants that have brown leaves or bugs, I feel for you, but you might also want to check out their Dr. Planta feature, which will give you a diagnosis and a treatment plan for your plants. And you can also search up common problems for each plant. This app has definitely helped me be a better plant parent by helping me to better understand the needs of all my plants. So thank you so much, Planta, for sponsoring this video, and I'm so looking forward to seeing all of my plants happy and healthy in their new home. Okay, let's get back to staging. Okay, kitchen. Store away the garbage can, vacuum, and broom out of sight. That garbage can's gonna be hard because it just takes up like that whole corner there.
Packing up all the fur.
The faux fur.
Faux fur.
You're doing such a good job already.
Oh, you look great.
Thank you.
Look at that. I'm gonna throw a big bucket of red paint on
No,
you.
what? Okay. Store away the bread box and any food items. Fine. Items to keep, mirror, rug, small appliances, utensil holder, vase, salt, and pepper mills. I'm surprised by that because it just feels like a lot of visual clutter, but I guess they like it. Keep the lamp, cutting boards, and cookbooks. Cool. Hallway to the back door. Store away all hanging items on hooks. Keep the floor clear. Remove personal photo, the one of you and the boys, and
Yeah, the boys.
replace with art print.
It is art. Worked really hard on that. Went to Staples.
Main floor washroom. Remove clock. There's no clock. Oh, the Google thing. Store soap bottles and toiletry under sink. Keep a candle, plant, and art. Okay, primary bedroom. Store away personal items. Remove clock. Why do we hate clocks?
Don't want to know what time it is.
Maybe. Keep surface of wood end table clear. Store the laundry basket out of sight. Remove the stool. We can keep the bed, the end tables, the dresser, the bedding, the pillows, the art, the mirror, the lamp, and the bench. Great.
Everything.
Basically everything. Just clean it. Second bedroom. Store away laundry baskets. Keep items on the top dresser clear. We can keep the bed, the pillows, end tables, decor, art, radio, mirror, hanging hats. Okay, so everything. That's good. Basement. Store away the toilet paper on the cane shelf.
Yo, that was my idea.
It's
though.
a really good
Come on.
idea. I think it just looks messy when you
Worked
can
really
see.
hard on that.
Remove the bed. Oh, the little ones. They want us to do like a sitting area instead. Pack up landscape art. Remove all boxes in the corner. Keep a chair, an ottoman, a rug, an end table, 2 pieces of art, a lamp, and a shelf. So the bed that was there went upstairs, which in its place we used some camping mattresses and made like kind of a little bed, just because I had heard that the more bedrooms you can show in a place, the better. But I think they want us to move those and make this kind of like a little sitting room area because there's really only the one main living room upstairs, and they said it'd be nice to show a bedroom and like another living space down here. So that's what we're gonna do. That black chair's gotta come downstairs too.
I can't lift that.
I'll help you. Is it even gonna fit around the corner? That chair's huge.
I have to cut it in half. Guess that stuff's gotta go too.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
You wanna put it like that on an angle?
Yeah, I guess so. Does it look like a living room?
Oh yeah, it's the living room, baby.
You'd watch TV down here?
Oh yeah.
Basement bedroom. Keep the bed, the pillows, the end table. Okay, so nothing. That's great. Basement washroom. Keep it the way it is. Great. Stairway. This one I'm interested to see what she says. Replace personal photos and gallery wall with art prints or landscape photos. Items to keep for staging, mirror, and gallery wall. Okay, so we can keep the gallery wall, just everything personal's gotta go, which is like the entire gallery wall. Send you off to IKEA to get some stock photos. Okay, I gotta take all the personal photographs off. We can keep the gallery wall look, but just pare it down to like a couple bigger frames. I think all the small ones can go. Editing, I suppose. It's hard. Once you start taking some out, it feels like there's stuff missing, you know? It's really hard to work backwards on a gallery wall because everything was like placed to fit so perfectly without other things. I don't know. I honestly might just have to do new nails and put like only 5 big frames here or something. I guess I can do that. So I managed to get that gallery wall down to about 6 frames I think I'm leaving. It's still a big gallery wall for the average person, but much better than where we were. And what I want to do as the final step is replace the art in those frames with art that's like, what's the word? Doesn't really say a lot. It's plain, it's simple, and like it won't really stand out too much and show too much of my own personality because you want it to appeal to anyone. That's the word I'm looking for. So I'm gonna go to Etsy. I've seen this before. People will sell art prints that are meant to fill gallery walls. So like there's a bunch of prints that all go together. That's probably the easiest way to do this, and then I can print them to whatever size I need. Okay. Yeah, something kind of like These colors are really fun. I like this. But even like, is this too much? This is too much me. I need to do something like so simple. This stuff's okay. It's like just line drawings, I think 5 of them. I would need 6. Ooh, maybe let me search 6. Set of 6 prints. Yeah, like we could almost do something like this that's more like real photos. I do feel like going back in this direction though is probably my safest bet. I don't know what to do. This stuff's nice. It seems a little bit more of like an RC Timeless take on the kind of line drawing thing, although there's 3 of them and I would need 6. But maybe the seller has more. Okay, there's lots of really good options. I will link whatever set I end up going with in the description, but just so you know, Etsy is an insane resource for this stuff because I could just be searching forever. There's so many good options here. In the past, people have asked like where I get my stuff printed for posters, literally just Staples, because it's so easy. You can upload it to their site in any size and it's pretty affordable. And usually you can have it done for the next day, which is very time efficient too. So that's what I will do. And I'll show you when it's done. Okay, all of the major changes have been made, so now it's time to take you on a massive before and after tour of my house, from the way I had it styled to the way the stager recommended that I style it. I mean, who doesn't love a good before and after montage, right? So starting in the living room, the main thing was just to remove all of the very personal touches. So we took away all the records and a lot of the smaller decor stuff that just, I don't know, made the space look more cluttered, even though I do love that. It had to go. We left 1 or 2 smaller things just so the space still felt styled. And this was a surprise to me, but the stager actually brought in some of her own stuff too, like this vase and this wall tapestry here. I think just some more neutral feeling decor items, since I didn't have a lot of that. I want to know if anyone remembers this, which was an old DIY project. Let me know in the comments if you do. The stager also brought in some pillows of her own, and of course styled them with the classic styler chop. I want to know, are you team pillow chop or team pillow fluff? I don't know, I think the chop is growing on me, honestly. She also brought in this white and silver side chair because the big black one that we had got sent to the basement. The bedroom lost the fireplace, as you saw. It lost the lamp and the little chair and all of the small decor pieces, just in an attempt to make this room feel as big as possible because it is a smaller room. And I know that cord pile under the bench is a total eyesore, an oversight on my behalf for this video. I will find a nice basket for it all. For this room, I took down the entire wall shelf that I DIY'd. Don't worry, I have all the pieces. It's definitely coming with me to the new place, but we wanted to make this look less like a closet and more like a traditional secondary bedroom. I also organized all of my hanging clothes by color, which was on recommendation by the stager. Very cool. I kind of love it more than I thought I would. It looked nice. The gallery wall now has way less frames, and the frames that stayed have much simpler art prints in them. And I did take down that triple light pendant that I DIY'd and replaced it with a black one because, fun fact, any hardwire lighting in a house, it's typical that you leave that for the new buyers. And I love those lights so much, I was not ready to part with them. So I took them down so I can keep them, and then left them with something that I didn't mind parting with. To round out the new living space in the basement that we built out, a coffee table and a couch got brought in. These things all get rented on behalf of the stager, and they go back once the house gets sold. The cane shelf that I DIY'd got properly styled. Sorry about your toilet paper holder, Austin. It was a good idea though. The only major difference in the guest bedroom in the basement was that the big light on the wall got taken down because, like I said, it's typical that people think that lighting that's installed on walls or ceilings they get to keep it with the house, and I was not prepared to give up that light. Although I was surprised to hear that the wallpaper in that room did not get mentioned as something that should go, because I admit that room is a lot. But hey, I'm glad it wasn't something we were tasked with removing, because that's a lot of work too. So now all that's left to do is actually list the house. The photographer comes soon to take photos, and we get this place up for sale. I am curious though, do you guys prefer the house the way I styled it or the way the stager had it styled? Don't worry, there's no wrong answer. I won't be personally offended too much. But I do hope that this video was hopeful for you guys if anyone's going through this same process of trying to buy and sell. I feel for you, I feel with you. It's a big process, but maybe some of these tips that were told to us are helpful for you guys as well. You can check out my full house tour linked here if you're curious to see the whole house in the way I had it styled in all of its glory. And until next time, when we talk about the new house, I'm gonna leave you. But I will see you then. Check out this video next. Bye guys, see you then.